Hey everyone, and welcome back to It's Been a While. It's been, I think, over a month since I last did a video for everybody. So I want to welcome everyone back to this channel, back to these stock talks, and welcome to the all-time highs for the S&P 500. We were expecting that, right? We were expecting to get to all-time highs and continue on forward. So when people start talking about, we're going to go lower, we're going to retest the lows of last year, it's all so far been wrong. So we have to see what the charts are telling us. So I know a lot of you are excited to see what might transpire in the next few months or the next few weeks. So with that said, I'm glad everyone's here. We've been pretty active, of course. You all know that I do have my own group in my own course. So we've been pretty active, and we talk to each other during the trading day, after the trading day. And so this is the S&P 500 on the daily time frame. So what you can see here is the end of December, and then now we are pretty much at the previous peak, and we're at the peak. So the big question everyone's thinking is, are we going to start dropping now, right? Because why? Because what we're seeing here is a red candle yesterday followed by another red candle today. It looks like we're going to be in for a significant drop. Not necessarily, because I think similar to previous instances, at any point in time from where we are now to any point where we drop, we have the potential for buyers to step in. Okay, and that eventually will lift us over to 94.95, which was a high that was made yesterday. And I'm saying at any time, which means it can be after market today. It can be tomorrow. It can be next week. So the long-term trajectory continues to be on an uptrend. I want everyone to understand that from the charts and from looking at the charts, we are still on an uptrend, and anything less is simply a small pullback, similar to what we've done in the past. So if I actually just take you to the 2-year daily chart, right? Just a small pullback before what? Continuing on higher. We don't have to get to a gap fill area. I think everyone's looking at this. Kevin, is this gap fill area going to be filled this time around? It might not be, but that would be a support area, right? But at the same time, here's the 20-period moving average. Here's the 50-period moving average. We have support all around us. So it's just a question of when do the buyers want to step up and continue on higher. Okay? Now, another thing is you can see this higher high line. Right now, you can see if we give this time, the higher high line will actually land us on around SPY 300. Isn't that interesting how the market gets to those levels at the same time period where the price seems a pretty significant psychological level as well? That's interesting, right? So SPY 300, I think that's a value that everyone's going to be looking at. Doesn't mean that we hit 300 and then we're going to come off of it. We can hit 300, come off of it, but then we can still continue a little bit on higher. My point here is that once we get to 300, everyone should be a little bit more cautious, especially if we step over 300. I think we need to be a little bit more extra cautious because people are going to think that there's no more resistance, and you can't see the resistance after 300, right? Because there's no more. We're continuously making all-time highs, but everyone should, in my opinion, be a little bit more cautious once we progress over that level. Okay, so there you go. That's the broad markets, and how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. It's May already, believe it or not, and we're still in 2019, but it's May, and the year is almost half done. It's pretty crazy. Time can move pretty quickly. All right, so that's SPY. Let's take a look at TVIX. So we look at TVIX to track what? Volatility, right? So when we look at TVIX, you can see today we had what? A rejection off the 20-period moving average. So what does that mean? I mean, you can see that volatility climbed today, but was unable to sustain the climb throughout the day. An intraday chart actually tells a better story. You look at the intraday chart, So here we are from yesterday, right? We came on up, but then can you see how much we took off by the end of the day, right? We pretty much took off most of the volatility. Doesn't mean we can't get another spike tomorrow, but volatility looks like it wants to continue pushing lower, which bodes well for broad markets. Okay, so we just have to take what the charts say and just have to. Our group, myself, we do what the charts tell us. If the charts tell us that, we're bullish, then we should do what? We'll continuously buy on the dip, right? Until it doesn't work. So that's what we've been doing. So far, it's been good. Not every trade is, profitable, but we have a pretty good track record, pretty good set of stocks that I personally like. And check out the course. It's in the description box down below. You can click on the link to the course page. Once you sign up, you get a link to the Discord chat. Join us. We are a very friendly group, I think. Very vocal group as well. At least I'm pretty vocal in that group. So talk about a lot of things. All right, good. SPY, TVIX. Next is, we haven't done these analyses in a long time, right? We haven't done this. So natural gas. All right, so here's natural gas, and what we can see here is that natural gas had a move higher, right? And you can see right now we broke below, but then we recovered above. So what's looking like right now for natural gas is that it wants to push short-term higher. Short-term higher. So it looks like natural gas wants to be pushing higher. And just note that, does this mean that it can't fall? We can't fall lower, but short-term looks to be higher. It's attempting to form a support, okay? And if it's attempting to form a support, short-term, it looks okay. So there you go. Resistance, one of the resistance 2.667. That's not too far away, but I think a more major resistance is this 2.9. That level is a little slightly more significant at that point. So there's natural gas. We have crude oil. Would you look at that? Today we came to my support line, and there you go. So I think crude, as long as it holds over that support line, it looks good. So I like crude. I think it looks like we're on a short-term downtrend, but looking for this to give a sign of reversal, if not in the next few days, probably next week, and then we'll see how this rebounds in the future. So there's crude oil, and then GC/GC is gold. So here's gold, and we can see that gold is on a downtrend, right? Obviously, how do you know this is a downtrend? If you just look at this and you can say, well, lower highs, here's lower lows, downtrend. Okay, that works, right? You can also see that we keep hitting what? Support levels. Here's my next support level, which we hit, I think, today, 1267. We hit it. We came off of it just a little bit, but does this look like a reversal? Not yet. For gold, when you look at this chart, when you're in the course, you know how to analyze these charts. You look at this chart. Does this look like a reversal? Not really. Even though we hit the support, it doesn't look like a reversal pattern just yet. So we'll just have to place a little bit of caution if you're bullish gold. I think you have to be a little bit more cautious because this doesn't look very convincing as a reversal. So we'll have to see a little bit more signs of that in the future. But this is support. So if we break below, the next support level is around 1241. So there you go. All right, and I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Just wanted to give an update for everyone. Now, if you want me to take a look at a couple of tickers, be sure to comment down below. I'll take a look at it in the next few days, and I'll give you guys an opinion on some of those tickers if you do post any. And we'll try to get that back rolling for this month. So once again, thank you everyone for watching this video, and I will see you all very soon. It won't be another month before you get another video from me. So thank you very much. See you all soon.